Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I am here today in another I Got My Miracle Facebook Live. My name is Paola, and this week was a wonderful week. I was so blessed to be called to be teaching on a Women's Week. And I met these beautiful two sisters, and they had a wonderful time. And yesterday, they were so kind to say, we'll do a Facebook Live with you. They have a lot to share with us today. Their amazing experience. So thank you, ladies, for being here.
You're
It's great to be
welcome.
here.
It's good to be
Yeah.
here.
This is Sonia and this is Jacinta.
Hello.
And Sonia and Jacinta were just telling me that they didn't know each other before this, but they saw each other in the plane coming here.
Yes, yeah. In
And
the
then
airport.
yeah, and then when they found out they're coming to rythmia, they're like, "Oh my God, no, they're kindred spirits," and I can feel you guys will stay connected after this.
Yes, for
Yeah.
sure.
Definitely.
Okay, amazing. So let's begin. I want to ask you guys, what was your intention coming here? This was a unique week. It's Women's Week. It happens once a year. But what called you? Let's begin with you, Sonia. What calls you to come to this week and doing this type of thing?
Well, it's interesting because when I booked almost a year ago, I did not know it was going to be Women's Week.
Was that right?
So I just randomly picked a week and it happened to be Women's Week. And so the reason I originally wanted to come here is for healing. So I went through a divorce. At the time, I was separated from my husband and I wanted to heal and heal in a healthy way where I wasn't left with bitterness or sadness, but with joy and love. And so I wanted to heal in a positive way. And that's what started the journey, but it has changed a lot over the year. And since I've been here this week, it's changed again. So
Wow. So you booked it a year ago
almost a year.
and you didn't know it was going to be a Women's Week.
Exactly.
And how did that turn out for you?
Well, it was amazing. It's exactly what I needed. I didn't realize, and it's kind of the second time this happened where I didn't realize that being around other women would be healing, and then I just end up being around a group of women and just being completely healed, you know, from it. So the experience has been very positive.
Amazing, amazing. What about you, Jacinta?
So I booked Shay, Your Love Diva, is this guest speaker this week, and I have been in Shay's coaching program, Boss Diva University, for over a year. And so Shay comes to Rhythmia almost annually, and so she's like, I'm going to be speaking. And so I booked because she was going to be here, not even realizing it was going to be a women's retreat. So I was booking because she was going to be here. She was someone I trusted. And so just came to do more healing. I've been doing healing work for a long time, done a lot of healing in Shay's program, and just wanted to do even more work.
I'm curious, you both, and I mean, we all use it, but you specifically use the word healing. So, how has that healing come about this week for you guys?
You know, it's been layers. I think one of the examples that is used here a lot is an onion and peeling back the layers. And so for me, I came with these expectations of how I would heal, what it would look like, what would be healed. And to my amazing surprise, you know, it's been some of that, none of that, but everything that I needed. And
Okay.
so just kind of healing. By letting the medicine speak to me, by listening to myself and my intuition, um, listening to God, and just listening also to nature because nature is so healing, and just the environment here has been very welcoming in and of itself.
So, I hear that healing is almost like a coming back, a remembering to that intuition, to yourself, to God, to nature, to almost like what a child is already in, but we
Yes,
go about our lives, we grow in a society that makes us think that we have to separate from it to fit in,
right.
and then we come back to it with the support of the medicine.
Yes, yes.
Amazing. How about you?
Well, healing is interesting because it starts with honesty. And so I think what I love about this program is it gives you a chance to be honest. even when you're not realizing that you're being honest. But what you first have to do is dig into what brought you here,
Mm-hmm.
what changed about
Mhm.
you that brought you here. And so being completely honest about that and being transparent. So that has contributed quite a bit to healing
Mm-hmm.
and
You
to,
got to be truthful. You got to be able
yes,
to see with honest eyes to yourself in the mirror.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't peel back the layers of the onion if you're not being honest with who you are.
Mm-hmm.
So in doing that, you peel back and you go to some places that may not be very comfortable,
Mm-hmm.
but you have to do that in order to heal.
Yeah. And was it hard for you to be honest with yourself as
Um, Not really. I think I came in with that intention to be honest,
well? Mm-hmm.
and so I immediately was very honest, especially the first night, the first ceremony, and so I was able to see results almost immediately
Mm-hmm.
um, because I was being honest.
Amazing. I love that. So those of you who are listening, like that's a beautiful tip. Like come here ready to be honest with yourself. Because that's what we do, right? We hide in our busyness and we hide in our patterns and our habits and we like everything's fine or I don't have to look at that. But that's a wonderful frame it.
I would even add to definitely being honest, but also surrendering. Because you can come, and I feel like when I came, I was honest. I was very transparent with myself about who I was and who I've become. Um, but being able to surrender can also give you and take you to an even deeper level of healing because you get rid of what your agenda is and allow the medicine in the space to give you what it is you need as
Mhm.
opposed to what you may want.
Right. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about surrender because that's a big word. It sounds so easy, right?
It does sound easy.
How does someone get to surrender to something as potent as this brew that we drink here and it takes us into places and vibrations and feelings and physical reactions that we're not used to? Whoops.
I would say for me, the first two ceremonies, I hadn't fully surrendered because I still had my idea of what it is that I should be getting while I'm here, and
Control. You were trying to
Yeah.
control.
and also was comparing. I was listening to other stories and hearing their miracles and what was happening for them, and I was like, that didn't happen for me. So what's wrong with me? Okay, no, it's nothing wrong with me. It's going to happen. And so I just actually had to say numerous what I call breath prayers. And that was, I release, I surrender, show me what it is that I'm here to get, knowing that when all the pieces of the puzzle comes back together, it'll be whole and it'll be a full puzzle. And so for me, it really was just praying and releasing that control and reminding myself that I'm not in control and that I'm here to do things that are at a deeper and higher level than what I could do myself.
Mm-hmm.
And so therefore I need to truly let go in order for that to happen.
Beautiful. That's very wise of you to like discern the voices that you have around because what we want is to support you guys with everything, and yet we got to be discerning for what's our path that is so unique.
Yeah.
And it sounds like you did wonderful, and then you'll be able to surrender and then put all the pieces of the puzzle together to see your miracle. Wonderful. What about you? How was surrendering for you?
Well, before coming here, I did research and I wanted to go to one of the best places for this type of healing. And so I did my research on rythmia. So surrender comes from a place of trust. So you have to be in a position where you trust the process. Because if you don't have trust, you won't be able to surrender. And so when we go through the experience, especially as women together, and we realize that we can trust the staff to do and the medicine to do what they need to do, then you can surrender and yield to the process.
That's beautiful. Thank you for bringing that up because I feel that that's the uniqueness of Rythmia, and there are other places, but Rythmia specifically has created a container
Mhm.
that feels safe, that breeds safety, so that when you come here, you can let go of like, am I going to be all right? It's, are the
Mhm.
details taken
Yeah.
care for me?
Yes.
Yeah. So tell me, what did you think about the program? Like the whole.
Well, what I really, and as you were talking, I thought about this. I trust the staff. I
Mhm.
can go to the gift shop and talk to the person there about their healing process and their
Mhm.
journey.
Mm,
I can go to the front desk and ask about something about the ceremony, and they'll know because they're doing it as well. So they're doing the work too.
mhm,
It's part
Yeah.
of the environment, and so I like that. I really like that.
mhm,
I see here that the employees are very happy, and that's important to me as well because if you're going to heal in a place, you want to be able to trust the staff and trust the people who are taking care of you. So I
mhm,
was able to do that, and I'm not just
mhm,
saying this because I'm talking to you, Paula,
mhm.
but it truly was a positive experience.
Beautiful. And then once you're trusting in the medicine, how was your experiencing of surrendering to it?
Well, I went to some interesting places,
Mm-hmm.
but trusting that the medicine will take me back to where I needed to be.
Mm-hmm.
So I was fully open, and I equated to the process of working on your computer and uploading or downloading files, but removing all the junk files.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So the process does that for you. It removes the junk files, and then it's replaced with this amazing experience
Mhm.
at the end. So you feel like you have a clean start, a
Mm-hmm.
clean drive to
Mm-hmm.
start with.
Great analogy. I love
Mhm.
that. Okay, so the miracle. What would you say your unique miracle, and whatever you guys feel comfortable in sharing, because I know it's a lot and layered, but what was the biggest miracle you received for yourself this week?
I would have to say my biggest miracle is being healed from depression and anxiety. So I was someone who had a lot of ruminating thoughts, and there were always these constant thoughts and voices, and it just seemed like my brain was always busy, and just constantly going, and sometimes at rapid speeds. And I can say that after the fourth ceremony, it's been like this serene calmness
Mm.
that I can actually hear myself think. Um,
Mm.
I can in moments where I want silence, it's really silent,
Mm.
and it's allowed me to be able to like feel things in my body that I haven't felt in a long time. So like knowing and feeling the peace and the feeling the love and the gratitude and truly like feeling it vibrating throughout my body.
Mhm.
It's kind of hard to explain unless somebody has actually
Mm.
experienced it.
Mm.
But it's just like that quietness, and to not hear those thoughts, like that has been the biggest miracle
Oh,
for me.
I love that. I love that. Thank you for sharing that. That's a big deal.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. It is.
But yeah, and we all can relate, like that mind that doesn't shut up, right?
Mhm.
That
Yes.
it's, whew, it's so intense inside ourselves. And what do you know, Jacinta, is now the practice that is going to support you in cultivating this state of being?
Mhm. So for me, one of the workshops that we had talked about the intention of relationships. And
Mm-hmm.
so I've realized that I am the foundation of all my relationships. And
Mm-hmm.
so for me, it's going to be putting self care first.
Yes.
And so for me, that is going to be, without a doubt, ensuring that I'm journaling daily because
Mm-hmm.
it allows me to release and also
Mm-hmm.
process and collect my thoughts.
Yes.
It also means for me getting back out in nature.
Mm-hmm.
So at a
Mm-hmm.
minimum, if I can't do it every day, I need to have like certain days throughout the week that
Mm-hmm.
there's no reason that keeps me from going to the park or going outside the ground because
Mm-hmm.
I do recognize I need those connection
Mm-hmm.
points.
Yes.
And so, one of the things you guys have taught us here is to start small,
Mm-hmm.
because small habits make big
Mm-hmm.
changes. And so for me, those are the two things that I am going to be committed to doing,
Amazing.
journaling daily, and then also making sure I'm outside 3 to 4 times a week to
Perfect.
be in nature.
I love it. Yeah, it's a way of you um, releasing and replenishing. I love that. Yeah. How about you, Sonia?
Well, for me, it was peace.
Mm.
Every night after, during the ceremony, when you have the download of the files, um, there's a peace that I would get that it would literally take my breath away. So I would just lay down and go to sleep. And it
Mm.
was just the most peaceful sleep, just feeling extremely content that everything is going to be okay, or is everything is okay. So that's the reward after the hard work. And so I plan on experiencing that again on my own, not in a ceremony. So now that I know what it feels like, that will be easier to activate
Yeah.
and to access. So I think that's the biggest thing for me, is to realize that that piece, the medicine is in me and it's already working. And because I was able to experience it, that's something that I'd like to experience on my own. Um, and doing the things that Jacinta said, going into nature. I'm already a nature person, but this morning, for example, I took a walk and it was a completely different experience. So even if you think you love nature and it can't get any better, it does.
It's
It
true.
does get better.
You start looking at trees differently. You just have a different connection
Yes.
with nature once you visit
Yes.
ayahuasca.
Yes.
It's 100% true. I love that. And that piece you're speaking about is intrinsic. Like it's the essence of who
Yes.
you are. Whatever you were feeling before, that's the illusion, right?
Yes.
That we
Exactly.
collect.
Exactly. And realizing that it's okay to have those feelings as long as you know how to process it and then activate your peace,
Yes.
right? Because we will still have lives after this,
Right.
and we will still experience things, but we will know how to tap into, that inner peace.
And to know that it's there, and once you feel it again, you can, as you said, anchoring back and going back to that knowing that that's who you are.
Exactly.
Beautiful. Yeah, because when it's been a long time, we forget, right? It's like, is that even possible? I don't even think that's possible for me. I love that you tapped into that. So if anyone watching this is thinking, oh, I want to go, but I don't know, is that for me? What would you guys say if you're like talking with this person watching us right now, and you're telling them your sentence, your number one tip, like you should come because, and this is what I suggest to you. Start with you.
You should come because it's life changing. It truly is. Everyone who comes leaves with something. You will leave a lot of things here. You'll leave a lot of things here, and you'll walk away renewed, refreshed, and ready for what's the next elevation for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just like when you're here, don't overthink it. Just book it, do it, experience it, and it is life changing. It's something that you don't just go through the program and then go home and you have to work hard at maintaining this. This is now a part of who I am, and so this is not something I'm going to lose. This is permanent. It's on a cellular level and it's on an emotional level. So this is something that is permanent, and there's so much more that I didn't even know about that I was able to access while I was here. The food is one thing. There are other things, but there's so much more. So much more to learn about yourself and your environment.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, ladies.
You're welcome. Thank you for having us.
Yes, your words are going to be beautiful seeds planted in those of you watching, and I know in divine perfect timing those seeds will sprout, and we'll see you here in no time. So thank you all of you watching today, and we were waiting for you. Have a beautiful weekend, and we'll see you next week in another I Got My Miracle. Goodbye.
Bye bye.